Good morning, Maria, and welcome to Kinuria. Would you like to tell us some words about your idea running all around the world?
Yeah, I had always wanted to go around the world somehow. I didn't know how. I thought maybe it's about doing the journey on a bicycle, but I thought it would go too fast. And sometimes when you're on a bicycle, you're very concerned about other things. You're not really watching around yourself. And I thought if I do it by foot, then I'd really have time to see the whole world, to experience it really every step of the way. And walking was too slow for me. So eventually I thought, why not doing it running? But it took a little bit of time to assess whether it was feasible or not, because I thought it was a bit crazy to go running around the world and how much kilometers can I do every day and everything. So I verified and I found out that 6 people have done it before. So if 6 people have done it, therefore it's feasible. Therefore, if I don't do something too stupid, I should be able to do this. And then I started training for it, and now here I am on the journey.
Can you tell us a few words about your trip? When it started and how long it's gonna take, if you have any difficulties because of COVID-19?
I started in December, and I started from Portugal, which is the most western point in Europe, in continental Europe. So I started in Portugal, and the reason I started in December in Portugal was I thought if I do Southern Europe in winter, it's not going to be too extreme temperature, which is what I wanted to avoid. I wanted to avoid extreme cold and extreme heat. And so, yes, your question is right. When COVID-19 occurred and we went into lockdown, I was grounded for 80 days. So as a result, instead of doing Greece in May and June, I'm doing it now in July and August, which is extremely hot. So that was something I wanted to avoid. But that's how it is. The journey is going to be full of things that I haven't planned for, that I couldn't plan for, and you just adapt and you keep going. So that's the challenge. But I've done 6,000 kilometers so far, 6,200 kilometers. So, another 20,000 kilometers to go, because the full journey is 26,000 kilometers. So I don't know why or how.
What's your destination after Greece?
After Greece, I was supposed to complete the journey crossing over Turkey and finishing in Istanbul to finish Europe, and then go to the next continent, Australia. However, it's currently not possible to cross from Greece to Turkey, number one, and number two, Australia is not welcoming tourists until 2021. So I've got to extend my trip in Europe. So I'll probably be going up from Thessaloniki to Bulgaria, to Czechia, Serbia. I think I will go as far up north as I can, and then go down the coast of the Black Sea towards Istanbul, eventually in 2021 sometimes, and then hopefully by then Australia will be open to tourists, I'm hoping.
So after Australia, the next location of yours?
The journey itself will take me across 4 continents. So there is Europe, Australia, North America, South America, and then my intention is also to do a little bit in Africa, North Africa, before coming back to my starting point in Portugal. So the journey itself was supposed to last about 2 years, but with the delays because of the pandemic, it might be 2.5 to 3 years. So that's one more challenge.
Do you have any extra funding, or it's a self-funded trip?
The whole journey is self-funding. I've put everything I have in it. Some people have a house, have a car, have some things. I have nothing. All I have is this investment in this journey.
Is it expensive to have this trip, or it's okay for your
It is an investment, because I stopped working for 2 years or 2 years plus, and even if I'm sometimes camping, or sometimes I'm staying in hotel or in bed and breakfast, I need to pay for my food every day. So the main spending area is just accommodation and food. And in terms of equipment, it's very minimal. Like I change my shoes every 1,500 kilometers, so that's not a lot. So it's a month and a half approximately. New pair of shoes. I just have my stroller, which I use to push all my equipment. But so far I had no expenses on it. It's holding pretty well. So I'm hoping it will be within what I have planned. That's what I'm hoping.
Maury, how you are qualified for a run around the world?
To qualify for a run around the world, there is the 6 people who have run around the world before. There are 6 of them. Have created the WRA, which is the World Runner Association, and they monitor every attempt of people to run around the world. And they have set up a few rules. I'm just gonna say you like 3 or 4, just to get an idea. So the number 1 is that the minimum distance should be 26,232 kilometers, which is the sum of the maximal width of every continent put together. That's 26,232 kilometers. Second rule is that you have to cross minimum 4 continents from ocean to ocean and go in a continuous direction. Like I can't just do one continent and do another there and then go all over the place. It has to be in one continuous direction. And in order to say that I've crossed a continent, for instance, I have to do minimum 3,000 kilometers on it, because it would be stupid for me to say, oh, I've crossed Africa because I've crossed South Africa at the smallest tip. I would still have crossed from ocean to ocean, but that would not exactly be like crossing a continent. So they say, okay, do a minimum of 3,000 kilometers on the continent to qualify it from end to end. And so I've elected to do Europe, Australia, North America, South America, and then a bit of Africa. So that will be my, if everything goes well with the pandemic and everything else, that is my chosen route.
What do you have with you on your trip all the time when you're running?
Okay, I'm pushing a stroller, like a buggy, and in it I've got my bag with my equipment. So I've got, right at the moment it's summer, so I'm carrying my shorts, my t-shirts, a pair of shoes, I'm carrying a set of casual clothes, things to get clean. Not many things. It's about 10 kilos, my bag itself, and the stroller is about 12 kilos, so that's 22 kilos. On top of that, I'm also carrying my water. On a normal day, I carry about 6 liters of water, so that's about 6 kilos on top of it, plus a little bit of food. So altogether, my stroller is about 30 kilos. See, that adds up very quickly. So I'm pushing this 30 kilos all the way. In winter time, it's a bit more because I need a jacket, I need a hat, I need gloves, I need more warm clothes, but yeah, approximately 30 kilos of equipment together.
How hard is pushing a stroller on your trip?
It's, I don't know how much it really complicates it. I mean, I'm used to running with a stroller, and when I run on flat or on downhill, I don't feel it's with me. I don't feel it's bothering me at all. When there is uphill, up till about 3% of uphill, it's okay. I can still run and jog and push the stroller. But when it's above 3 or 4% of incline, it starts getting very difficult. So most of the time it's a very, very slow jog or a very fast walk, whichever way you look at it. So on tough uphill, it's hard to run with a stroller, yes.
Have you been to Paralio Astros again?
Astros is a very special place for me. Back 8 years ago, I organized a triathlon here, exactly where we are, in Astros. The school of Astros was our transition area. We had like 100, 200 participants. It was a very hard triathlon, and we used the roads between Tyros and Astros, which is absolutely magnificent. Some of the most beautiful scenic roads for cycling I've ever seen in Greece. So we use that for the cycling part, and that's actually the road I've been running yesterday, so it was quite emotional coming down that road. And Astros itself, we picked the city because it's so beautifully set on the sea. The sea is absolutely beautiful as well to swim in. If you haven't been, you should try it. So it's a great region, perfect for sports, perfect for cycling, and so it was a great pleasure to come again and to have a rest day in the city as well.
In these days they don't have an Ironman anymore and a triathlon here. How can we change that? What's your opinion to get back the sports in our area?
I think it's getting there. I mean, I don't know, I'm not inside the sport in Greece anymore because I lived abroad since then, but I've been in Tyros 2 days ago. I passed by the city of Tyros and I've seen that they organize a triathlon there. They organize open swim event as well. There are some running races. So I think, it's up to the people and what they want to do for their place. When you have an event like a triathlon in a country like Greece, it's so, I wouldn't say easy, but you can sell it, you can get tourists to come here. Anybody from Europe would be so happy to race a triathlon here if you show them the right picture, if you show them what it's going to be like, because Greeks are as good as anyone else to organize a race. There is no problem. And as an athlete, you look around and that's what you see that gets you to do the race and have the best memories ever of a race. Everybody who's done the Astroman always said that's the best half Ironman they've ever raced. Not because the organization was the best in the world, although I do see it was not too bad, but mainly because that's what you race on. And when you race in something like that, what can go wrong? I don't know why or how.
What's next on your program?
So from Astros, I'm running towards Corinthos and then Elefsina, and then I will run through Athens. And I'm sending an open invitation to anyone who wants to join me for my run through Athens on Saturday 29th of August. I will run from the Kalimarmara Stadium in Athens, Panathinaikon, towards Marathonas. So it's the reverse route of the Athens Marathon. And I will start from 6 o'clock at the Kalimarmara. So anyone who wants to join me, either on the route or from the start, or it will finish at Marathonas, where the marathon starts. So everyone is welcome. You don't need to contact me. If you want, you can, but I'll be starting at 6 o'clock.
If someone wants to contact with you, how he can or she can contact with you?
There is my website, which I think you can give the name. It's www.lootie-run.com. And there is a contact section there, so you can write any message. And also I invite you, throughout my journey, I am raising funds for an NGO, a non-governmental organization called Women for Women International. My objective starting this journey was to raise $1 per kilometer. So 26,000 kilometers, $26,000. So I am still at the very beginning of the journey, so I'm still hoping to reach the target within the next 2 years. So if you want to help, there is a page on my website, which is How to Help, and you can just go and donate. It's via a charity page called Just Giving. So it doesn't go through me at all, it just goes through the platform that handles payments to the charity. So you're more than welcome to participate.
I have a big question and a funny question. What have you sacrificed to do all these things, to do your dreams about running and all around the world?
Personally, I feel I don't sacrifice anything. I think when you're going to do something that is your dream and that you've always had in you your whole life, the sacrifice for me was before. The sacrifice was to sit in an office from 9 to 5 every day and to not do that. And building it to be able to have enough finances to do it and to be able to train to do that. Now, what I'm not doing now that I'm running, which I don't consider a sacrifice, is that my career is on hold. I used to be a CFO in Singapore, like kind of a high-flying career, and of course I've stopped that completely to do this journey. It's a risk that I'm very happy to take. What will happen to me in my career when I return from this journey? I don't know. Am I going to be welcome as a CFO? I don't know. So maybe you call that a sacrifice. To me, I call that a necessary change.
Do you care what is going to happen or not in your career?
I think, and my hope for this journey is that whatever happened during this journey makes the next step obvious, whether it's creating a new company or doing something that's close to my heart, or if I want to return to my finance job, why not? I don't think that's going to be the case, but I think I like the surprise in life, and that's a surprise that I'm welcoming again.
Marie, what people think when they see you, or what are their reactions when you're running?
Yeah, I got a lot of reaction because I'm pushing a stroller and I'm a woman alone, so people are not indifferent to that. So I've got people in their car shouting, sit at the window, nice things, but most of the time people are concerned because they think I'm in my stroller, they think there's a baby. So I've got a lot of question about is it safe for your baby to run by the side of the road, or why are you running with a baby and it's 40 degrees outside, things like that. So people are more concerned for the baby than for me, but there is no baby, it's a bag in the stroller. So that's usually what they think. And actually I think that's a good thing for me, because when they see a woman pushing a stroller, they feel protective of me rather than aggressive. So I'm getting a lot of good vibes. People want to help me, they want to give me water, they want to make sure I'm okay because they think I'm pushing a baby. So it's playing in my favor. It's funny, it's not what it is, but it's, in the end, it's not too bad.
Can you remember the funniest reaction of a person?
Yes, it was at the beginning of my journey in Portugal. It was a very, very rainy day and it was super uphill. So I was running under the rain, trying to push the stroller up, and I was very tired. I must have run already 45 kilometers that day. And a car stops by and I thought, oh, thanks, he wants to help me, give me some shelter for a while so I can. And he said, put the baby in my car, I will take it up the hill. So he just wanted to help the baby, not me. And I said, there is no baby, so he just drove off. And he didn't help me at all. So that was fun.
How is your typical day when you're running?
On a typical day, my only worry when I run is I want to reach my destination by lunchtime so that I can sit down and have a good hearty lunch after my run. So I start usually I try to start at sunrise or just before sunrise. At the moment it's very hot in Greece, so I try to start before sunrise if it's safe and there is enough light, not to be completely in the dark. So I would start before 6 o'clock and I would usually arrive by 11:30 at my place, depending on how many kilometers I'm running. Then I have a nice lunch and then I have the full afternoon in front of me. So I can go around, visit a little bit, have a nap, because I sleep a lot now. That's a big difference between before and after. So I need a nap in the afternoon and then I go to bed early. That's my day.